There were a lot of times where I would just say, I'm just done. I just want to give up. I can't do this anymore. It hurts so much physically and mentally to be fighting this battle.
When we sit here at Toba Center and we see children coming and going, we're witness to how broken the system is and how enormous it is and how structured it is. Children's needs aren't being met, and we see that every single day. Child abuse is a major problem in our society, and people don't like to think about that. We have over 4,000 child abuse investigations in our province every year, and we know that we don't know about most of the incidents, so that's a concern. It's terrifying to me how many children walk away, how many families walk away, because it is too hard. It's too hard to tell, and then once they tell, it's too hard to persist through a system that seems to put up challenges instead of guiding them through.
When someone discloses, whether it happened, yesterday or 5 years ago, it provokes a crisis. When people are in crisis, they can't think clearly, they tend to sort of start doing worst case scenarios. And so it's a very good time to intervene and provide people with information that can help support them and help them have some hope. And for people to be able to get that information right away would be incredibly helpful. One of the biggest problems is just things take so long to get started.
These kids have already been let down. So I think we owe it to all of them to do everything that we can to show them that it doesn't have to be like this, that life isn't like that. If we could have a place where kids could go that they knew was going to be a safe place, where they're put first, where they could come in, only have to tell their story once, a one-stop shop where they can come and they know that they're going to be looked after, have all the additional services in one place, and begin their healing process. Because the system now does not allow for that. Every time they have to tell their story, they're reliving it, and that is interfering with them moving forward.
What we have today is the beginning of a child advocacy center. We've been wanting to have a child advocacy center in our province for well over a decade. Most major cities in Canada now have a version of a child advocacy center, a coordinated child abuse response, from Edmonton to Kelowna to Calgary to Toronto. It's overdue for Manitoba to have a response system like this for children, and I think we're in a position to do it so well and to create an absolutely first-class response to child abuse. The new center will be able to support so many more children. It's surrounded in trees. It has privacy without it being hidden. It allows kids and families to come there with dignity, to have space, to be surrounded by nature. It can house all of these people in a way that will allow us to be more collaborative, cooperative, integrated.
Having a center like that means the world to a survivor. Most survivors feel like they aren't believed and they aren't wanted and they aren't needed. A place like that gives them hope and gives them the opportunity to share their story without being judged.
Coming to a center like this is a softer landing for kids. When they disclose, it's like a bomb going off in the backyard and they're sort of like just thrown up into the air. How do we help them land softer? And I think a center like this offers the opportunity for that. And after they land, even being able to say, okay, so now, from here, you can go to here, right? And we'll help connect you.
I think here we have this, window of opportunity when we've seen that a child has been hurt, to address that hurt and to prepare them for a life where they can be successful and they can be happy and even have some of their childhood back before it's too late.
Because we all have the same goal, right? We all want to help kids. We want to make them safe. We want to see them lead productive lives. It just makes sense to all be in one place where we can do this, as opposed to scattered everywhere, not knowing what everyone else is doing.
And we know for sure that criminal justice doesn't heal children. Communities do, support does, listening does, caring does. And it's a much surer bet. If you invest in a child who's been hurt, you're so much more likely to have an impact on what happens for them next. So I can't think of a more worthy cause, I can't think of a more noble cause, and I can't think of a more important one in terms of giving children what they deserve.